this event is really to pay homage to our storytellers of the past. Storytelling was and still is a necessary performing art in our cultures, in our societies, because it is the means from which ourselves as nations, our very identity is passed on from one generation to the other. And it's, as you may know, by and large, most of North American, if not all, North American indigenous nations come from an oral culture, not a written culture, history. So storytelling, factual storytelling in many forms, by oral, by performance, and otherwise in song, that's how a lot of our history is recorded. And you're going to see just a little snapshot of that today. And that is the whole nature and the theme behind this production tonight. Okay, I've been asked to, as kind of to establish the ongoing historical outline of North America. There is a book called People Shall Continue, written by Simon Ortiz. And I've been asked to read excerpts of it, and because it kind of covers a large, huge span of time, we're just going to use little excerpts of this, and that's how this whole production is going to be managed. So I'm going to read from the book now, and I will refer to this book here from time to time as we go along. Many, many years ago, all things came to be: the stars, rocks, plants, rivers, animals, mountains, the sun, the moon, birds, all things, and the people were born. Some say from the ocean, some say from a hollow log, some say from an opening in the ground, some say from the mountains. And the people came to live in the northern mountains and on the plains, in the western hills, and on the sea coasts, in the southern deserts, and in the canyons, in the eastern woodlands, and on the piedmonts. And for this area of Mother Earth, Raven created sunlight.
The whole world at one time was in darkness. People worked under great hardship, and while darkness was not complete all the time, at best, one could hardly see at all. The people could barely get the food they needed. They were always hungry. Raven saw this and felt sorry for the people. He said, "I will try and find a way to light the world for you." He had been flying for many days when he came upon a large house that was bright and beautiful. He knew that this was the place he was looking for. Since no stranger could enter the chief of the sky's house, he waited by the spring where everybody came to drink and draw water. Then the chief's daughter came to get a drink. She was very thirsty and filled her cup with water. Raven turned himself into a pine needle and floated down the river into her cup, and she drank deeply. Soon she became pregnant. And a child was born. The great chief of the sky was very happy and took great care with his grandchild. Very soon, the child began to crawl about and go from one end of the house to the other, secretly looking for the ball of light. Now that child raven knew where the ball of light was hidden. He would crawl every day to where the light was kept and cry. Nothing could pacify him. The chief of the sky went to his advisors and asked, "What ails the child? Why does he always cry?"
"The child seems to want the daylight ball,"
one of the chief's advisors said.
"Why not just let him play with it, Chief?"
So Raven rolled the ball of light outside and turned himself into his real self. He flew away with the ball towards the people, and out of pity for these people, he tore the ball open.
"Don't forget me!"
he yelled, and the people rejoiced, for they now had light, and they gave thanks to Raven for his gift. But one day, something unusual began to happen. Maybe there was a small change in the wind. Maybe there was a shift in the stars. Maybe it was a dream that someone dreamed. Maybe it was a strange behavior of an animal. The people thought and remembered. A long time ago, there were other people who came upon the ocean to the western coasts and the eastern coasts. But Raven seemed to be having problems in getting her wings to work. He could not fly. She tried, but she could not fly.
Raven. But one day, something unusual began to happen. Maybe there was a small change in the wind. Maybe there was a shift in the stars. Maybe it was a dream that someone dreamed. Maybe it was a strange behavior of an animal the people thought and remembered. A long time ago, there were other people who came upon the ocean to the western coasts and the eastern coasts. Raven was having problems in getting her wings to work. He could not fly. She tried to fly, but could not fly.